Hello everybody and welcome back to Last Epoch. Since our last episode, I finished up all of the standard timelines through the last ruin and all of that stuff. Got the Shattered Road thing, got to the Shattered Road, and they told me, oh, you gotta go back all through these again and do high-level versions of them, which I'm guessing are the, what's the word? The word won't come to me. Empowered monoliths, right? I'm guessing that's empowered. I don't really know. I don't know enough about the system to know what's going on. But anyways, we are in the second round of these, which I'm guessing is the empowered round. So yeah, we are. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so we can choose to go through the empowered version of it, and I haven't done any of these yet, so we're gonna go ahead and get started and see if I'm able to do these. I am 20 levels. 20 levels below where I'm supposed to be for this. I may not be able to complete this. I may need to go back through the regular areas and see if I can get that done. But we may have the power to get through this. I don't really know. We're gonna do our best to try to get that done. Oh, I also forgot to turn off the auto pause for this. So give me just a second to go turn off the auto pause, because I have a feeling that most people are not going to want to have a bunch of breaks in the combat. So we'll continue doing like we have been for these series. We'll do 2 or 3 maps just to kind of breeze through this stuff as best we can, and then call it a day. Oh, we leveled up. I forgot. I don't really know what I'm working on right now. Oh yeah, we're less damage while moving and faster movement speed. I'm gonna max this out because more movement speed is good, and less damage while we are moving around makes it so that we have less of a chance of dying as long as I keep moving. Unless we get stunned like that, and then we get screwed. By far, my highest damage ability is the death from above thing. Or is it death? Aerial assault, whatever it's called, is my aerial assault ability. That ability does the most damage of any of the things that I do. I'm not sure why, and I can't see the damage breakdown, I don't think, because the aerial assault ability doesn't show you the damage per second, so I have no idea how much actual damage we're doing. Let me know in the comments. You have to be a public subscriber or a channel member for me to see your comments. So, you know, if you're not, then I won't see your comment and you won't be able to answer my question because I won't know. So I'm just letting you know. I save myself from the trolls because most people who are going to have... I don't mind constructive criticism. I have no patience for people who just want to talk shit to people, and you can kiss my ass if that's how you're going to be about it. And most people who are like that aren't going to subscribe to the channel. So that's kind of the way I'm doing it. Anyways, the whole point of all that was just to make sure that you know that if you are genuinely trying to be helpful and you want to let me know and answer questions, I'm not going to see your comment unless you are either a channel member or a public subscriber, because it doesn't allow me to just say just subscribers. If you have your subscriptions private, then the system has no way of showing that to me. So, or showing your status, showing your comment to me. Whatever, you know what I mean. I am losing my mind. I am losing my mind. So I've seen these blast knives before. It allows you to use detonating arrow. I mean, that's kind of cool. All right, so my process recently has been to look for uniques, is to go through and look for... I mean, I guess I need to change this process. So I think I'll go through and start looking for, all right, my process so far, just so I can explain my thing, is I've been going through looking for these. Do they have a Weaver's potential or does it have a Legendary potential? If it does, I'll pop it in the... Or if it's an Exalted item, I'll pop it in... And I want to start to hold on to these set items because I came across, in one of the maps, one of the Weaver maps, I came across a forge that allows me to decompile these and get the things off of them. But at the same time, oh no. I mean, do I really... How often am I going to come across these? Uniques, LP Weaver. I guess we can do one more of this, and then we can call it set and make it green, or make it light green or dark green. What color are these? Kinda, yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll call that set. We'll call it, we'll make all of these starred, and then we'll say for the rarity, we're just doing sets, and then, yeah, it doesn't matter what they are. So, and then Weavers, these two will be, what, orange? And I do want to have the star thing on it. And then this is also orange with a star. Oh, I already had sets on there. Okay, well, we don't want that. We want just uniques in one tab, because the only time I'm going to... I don't think there are any sets that I'm going to be using. Like, the whole point of a set ability is that you put together a set of them, and then the combination of those things gives you something. And I haven't seen a build yet that... where it uses a set. I haven't seen one. So I don't think I have any of these, right? Okay, and then this one's set up as sets. So there's that. So if I do this, I should be able to go like that, and it shows up there. Sweet. Okay, so. But, okay, so that's been my process so far, but the problem is that I end up having to, if I'm going to have to go through my inventory anyway, I'd rather just disenchant things as I'm going. So, does this have anything that I really want on it? It has one thing. I don't think I want to waste a shatter on it because, well, screw it. Does it have critical strike and fire resistance? I'll shatter for that. Critical strike chance, I'll shatter for that. Critical strike chance, I'll shatter for that. Multiplier, yeah, I'll definitely shatter for those. Minion damage, I have a minion build that I'm doing now, so we'll take that. Damage while wielding a dagger, I'm hoping I'm going to get that one. Yes, we did. Cool. Poison and minion, I'll take that. I mean, for the most part, most of these I'm just going to go ahead and grab. Yeah, I think so. And then this needs to go into there.
Yes.
Then we can buy as many of these as we can get our hands on to replace what we've lost. I've spent a lot of money on those. I've spent a lot of money on those. Oh, I want to try to get over there and see if we can grab ourselves a a Weaver Echo that we haven't done yet. Because I finally somehow it didn't occur to me that you can't repeat ones and still get Weaver points for that. So yeah. Gotta focus here. Because I'm fighting 20 levels above where I am, damage I take is relatively high. So I basically just need to like keep moving around as much as I can. Roll out of the way as soon as I can. I do get healed when I use my aerial assault ability, so using that as much as I can. It being my highest damage thing and healing me is a pretty overpowered thing to have, which is what makes doing these feasible, I think. Like, if I can avoid wasting all of my potions, but then that happens and then a bunch of stuff hits me. The thing is that I normally like to just kind of rush through, but I normally just kind of like to rush through, but when I'm taking this much damage, I don't know, man. When I'm taking this much damage. Now, I personally don't do the tunes because I don't feel like I get anything out of that. Every once in a while, I mean, I guess. I know sometimes the Weaver's Echoes can drop in here. And I would imagine that it probably has a higher chance of dropping, but especially fighting 20 levels above where I'm I don't know. I don't know that I want to waste the I don't want to end up dying and then wasting the rewards. Just kind of trying to be super careful. Because while see, like, look, I got one right there. I got one right there. They drop out here too, so. Now, my understanding is that I need to figure out a way to add corruption to my maps. And I believe you're supposed to fight. I was watching Rax's video, and he was saying he kept calling it Oribus. I think you have to fight some guy named Oribus. I don't remember how you do that, but. Try to make sure I don't stand in the fire. He's got a lot of fire around him right now. Oh, just die already. Dude. Alright, he's finally gone. Okay, boots. Gloves, daggers. Okay, cool. So we are trying to find the Ash Gate, which is going to be down here, it looks like. Clear out the riffraff. I'm a little bit nervous because we're fighting way, way higher than our level. So everything, and we're also fighting, you know, empowered maps too, so at least I think they're empowered. I don't know if you have to actually empower them or not. I believe empowered just means that you're going through these again in their higher form. That's my understanding. Alright, so we've cleared out all of that. Let's get all of this stuff done. I like these high mobility classes where you just run around a lot. I've always been a big fan of like the dagger style rogue from because I grew up reading the Belgariad, and Silk was one of my favorite characters. Prince Keldar. It's one of my favorite characters. Okay, so we finished that. Let's go check out and see what this guy here has. He has a one-handed sword, Weaver's Fang. I don't know. None of my guys have a. I don't have a class that uses any of this, so we'll banish him, and we'll travel on. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I don't even really know. Like I was watching the video in the background. That's the problem. I was watching the video in the background, so I don't know what I need to do. I need to go watch the video again. I need to go watch the video again to find out what's going on. Okay, so. Gain one gaze of Oribus when you defeat the boss in this quest echo and are granted an option to choose a blessing. Gaze of Oribus will be consumed when slaying Shade of Oribus to grant additional corruption. However, if you die while fighting such a shade, one gaze of Oribus will be lost. Gaze of Oribus grants 12 additional corruption and up to 4 stacks can be consumed at once. Okay, okay, so we're definitely in the... Oh. So we start off with the... Okay, your actions in the timeline have drawn the attention of Oribus. The threats you face have grown in power as the void draws closer. Corruption increases the damage and health of enemies, but also the rarity of items they drop. Corruption is increased by defeating the Shade of Oribus. Defeating the Shade far from the center of the timeline increases corruption by a higher amount. If you have a timeline with a higher corruption than others, defeating a Shade on the lower corruption timeline will be granted bonus corruption based on the timeline with the highest corruption. If the... Okay. So, I think I vaguely remember hearing him say something in the background that the... I think this is what Rax was talking about when he was saying that like the trick to getting corruption much faster is to just like max out corruption in like the base area as quick as you can. And then I guess what this is saying is that because if we make this timeline super corrupt, then when we go to the other timelines and we want to make those corrupt, they'll go corrupt faster because this one is kind of like affecting the curve or whatever. So I think that's what that's saying. If you have a timeline with higher corruption than others, defeating a Shade on a lower corruption timeline will be granted bonus corruption based on the timeline with the highest. So basically grades on a curve, it sounds like. If the corruption on the timeline has been increased, it can be lowered by completing Sanctuary of Etera, or Etera, however you pronounce that, echo connected to the entry point. Okay. Okay. So, we need to get to 800 stability. Optional quest echoes. So there's something at 200, 400, and then 800. Enemies have 60% more health and 80 60% more health and damage, but higher rarity and experience. Yeah, that'll help out. Okay, well, the whole point of going through these is to go get is to ideally get it to where we can plop down some new Weaver echoes. So, or woven echoes, sorry. So, we've already done that one. We can start doing these because we have corruption, so that's good. So when we get to the end, we're gonna plop these down, and we're gonna plop those down, and then hopefully in the next episode we can try to go get those done. I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of insta-deaths in this tier of the mapping here, because I'm already having a bunch of half my health going away kind of things, and we're already maxed out on most of our resistances. So it just seems like everything here just does a lot more damage. Which obviously, you know, the maps told us that that's the case, but it feels like it's a lot more than... feels like it's a lot more than just that. Oh, there we go. Don't want that. Don't need any of that. Okay, grab some gloves. Oh, we're still getting attacked by something. Oh, it's a boss here. No wonder why. Try to be super careful. Oh, we almost died. Jeez. So this is the part where I'm like, I don't know, maybe it was a mistake to try to start doing empowered stuff at level 80. I mean, it might be doable, but this particular character is not very tanky at all. So it doesn't take much to knock her down. The whole shtick with this character is to just not get hit. But when you're jumping into the middle of a large pack of mobs, sometimes that's not an option. Sometimes you need to be able to take a hit. Especially when it's dark like this and I can't see anything. As long as we keep moving, we have some pretty... Ooh! I walked in the middle of something. As long as we... let me move. Okay. As long as we keep moving, we have pretty decent... we have a pretty decent addition to our damage reduction. Because I have a couple of different things that make it so that when I'm moving, I take less damage. So the trick is, don't stop moving. Just keep moving. We just keep moving. We don't stop. Keep going. Heal ourselves with as much of the Death from Above ability, the Aerial Assault. I keep calling it Death from Above. I know it's not. I know it's Aerial Assault, but Death from Above just sounds cooler. We need as much gold as we can get to. So I would like to just get in here now because I'm not 100% sure. I want to reduce the number of chances. I want to reduce the number of opportunities that monsters have to actually try to do something to me. Because all it takes is one unlucky shot, and you're dead, and we're dead. If we can get to the end of this, and we can pop down some... Oh, I gotta focus. If we can get to the end of this, and we can pop down some woven echoes, then we can get some more Weaver points and increase our rewards. I just run through. I have some... Oh! Why would I... Let me move! Oh, that's a wall. That doesn't look like a wall. That does not look like a wall. That was confusing. That almost got me killed. This is... you can't walk over here, but when you're focused on trying to run around and do all that stuff, that does not look like a wall. It looks like a place you can run, and then it's not. That was almost really bad. Why are we... Melee damage... Oh, increased damage taken. Health gain on kill and movement speed. Interesting. All right, well, my filter does not have that as something we're looking for, so we're just gonna go. I'm gonna try to grab some health potions. I don't want to get to the boss over here and not have enough health potions to survive, so... Doesn't seem... Okay, we did. I guess we picked them up as we were jumping into the middle of the little hordes of monsters there. I also don't want to drag too many of these dudes with us when we get to the boss, so... Oh, let me move! Aw, damn it. I keep stepping in those stupid circular things because I don't... My eyes just aren't picking them up very well. But, yeah. Well, that's going to do it for today. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks. Or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links in the description for those of you who prefer to go that route. Because some of you like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels and stuff like that. So again, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to come back for our next episode where we may showcase one of the other classes that I'm playing. And I will see you then.